United States.
1 year in, President Trump delivers his first State of the Union.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and the distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
President Trump chose to honor both heroes home and abroad, but chose tough words for the country's adversary.
North Korea's reckless pursuit of nuclear missiles could very soon threaten our homeland.
While warning about the threat of one war, he touts victory over another.
And we have ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Janelle
President
Slade.
Trump spoke for nearly an hour and a half before a joint session of Congress, touting a strong economy and a recently passed GOP tax plan, and laying out his vision for immigration reform.
The state of our union is strong.
President Trump says the accomplishments of his first year in office speak for themselves.
We enacted the biggest tax cuts and reforms in American history.
The president touted the economic upswing and put forth a plan to rebuild aging infrastructure.
I am asking both parties to come together to give us safe, fast, reliable, and modern infrastructure.
President Trump offered to work with both parties to get a deal on immigration. He's offering a path to citizenship for 1.8 million dreamers in exchange for billions for a border wall with Mexico.
For over 30 years, Washington has tried and failed to solve this problem. This Congress can be the one that finally makes it happen.
More than a dozen lawmakers boycotted the president's speech. Others sent a subtle message from their seats in the chamber. Some Democrats wore black as a nod to the movement against sexual harassment, and many lawmakers invited Dreamers as their guests. Republicans heartily applauded the president, often rising to their feet. Democrats were less enthusiastic. Massachusetts Congressman Joe Kennedy delivered the official Democratic response.
And to all the dreamers out there watching tonight, let me be absolutely clear. Ustedes son parte de nuestra historia. You are part of our story. We will fight for you, and we will not walk away.
The president is meeting with taxpayers Wednesday at the White House to discuss the effects of the tax overhaul. President Trump received more than 110 rounds of applause. That's approximately 29 minutes worth of applause during his speech, plus more than 70 standing ovations. Of course, most of those came from his fellow Republicans, as Democrats often remain seated. On Capitol Hill, Mola Lenghi, now back to you.
All right, Mola, thank you very much. Latest from Capitol Hill, we appreciate it.
Although he didn't state it directly tonight, President Trump hit the hearts of many Montanans who work in the energy sector.
Especially as Montana's own coal-fired power plants are seeing their futures darken.
In our drive to make Washington accountable, we have eliminated more regulations in our first year than any administration in the history of our country. We have ended the war on American energy, and we have ended the war on beautiful, clean coal.
Over the past year, 770 net coal miners were hired, but the majority of coal-producing states actually lost jobs. That includes both Montana and Wyoming.
And even at that, solar and wind industries employ nearly 3 times as many people as the coal industry. And coal fails to be cost competitive with natural gas. While domestic production of coal is slightly up, it has a ways to go to recover from a 32% drop in exports from the first half of 2016.
Reaction tonight across the board. Both of Montana's Republican congressmen praising the America's First theme put forward by the president as he encouraged Americans to keep America great.
Tonight, we heard the president speak of a nation that is stronger and more secure. And together, we will secure our borders. We'll improve our crumbling infrastructure. We're going to pass a farm bill that works for Montana and address the national parks maintenance backlog.
America is special. Regardless of background, we have the opportunity to earn a decent living, raise a family, own a home, contribute to our communities, and retire comfortably. To get there, we work hard, persevere, and take personal responsibility. That's the American dream. Opportunity is the cornerstone of our country.
On the other side of the aisle, Montana Democratic Senator Jon Tester said he too was encouraged by some of what the president had to say tonight.
But also said he has concerns about the Trump administration's policies on small-town Montana.
I was concerned, on the other hand, that he never mentioned anything about agriculture, particularly production agriculture, and the trade agreements that revolve around those. And I was also concerned that he didn't bring up public lands, which helps propel our outdoor economy. We're $7.1 billion in our great state and some 74,000 jobs.
All three members of the state's congressional delegation said they look forward to working with the administration to keep working for Montana.
More details tonight surrounding a shooting